Welcome back, wrestling fans. Usually we take a look at little kids' wrestling matches. However, we're not taking a look at a little kid wrestling match. Today we're going to take a look at a wrestling match between two grown-ass men. And the grown-ass man we're looking at right there is Big Diggy Olmstead, and he threw the shirt out in the crowd, and his brother didn't get the shirt. His brother said that was a douche move. My brother should have gave me that shirt. But that's enough about that shirt. Because if you look out right here, you can see all the little Bulldog wrestling fans, all the Diggy Maniacs, all the Diggy Holics, and Coach Butch standing up eagerly awaiting the entrance of this man right here, Big Diggy Olmstead, the McKendree Dream himself. Big Diggy is wrestling out of Belleville, Illinois. He's representing McKendree College, and he's here to beat the shit out of some guy from Iowa. And there's the guy from Iowa, and they shook hands, and now the match is underway as these two big behemoths, they reach under, and Big Diggy forces the man out of the circle, and the referee says, get your ass back to the middle of the circle. And now we can see the two men are back in the middle of the circle, and Big Diggy and the behemoth, known as the guy from Iowa, are locking horns here. They're testing each other's muscles. They're testing the strength of the other man to see who has the fortitude, who has the intestinal fortitude, and the muscles, and the powers. And, oh, it looks like Diggy has the powers to get a hip toss. L'Oreal jumped up out of her seat and blocked the camera because nothing gets L'Oreal worked up quite like young men in college. But that's enough about L'Oreal and the things that get her worked up. And we can see right here, Big Diggy is not going to take this shit from this kid from Iowa. He said, look here, you rode in a bus 6 hours to take an ass beating from the man known as Big Diggy. And I am that man. And you are going to get your shit kicked here tonight, mister. And the kid from Iowa doesn't agree with that plan, but Big Diggy is agreeing with this. And look at this right here. Boom! He smashed his face right in the fucking mat. Let's get an instant replay look at that. And here we see the instant replay. Boom! That move right there is called rubbing the dog's nose in shit. Because when you rub a dog's nose in shit, he doesn't like it, and hopefully he learned a lesson, and then you beat him in the head with a newspaper, or your fist, or your foot, depending on how bad of a shit the dog took on your new carpet that your wife wasn't around, so she didn't catch you beating the piss out of that dog. But if she didn't catch you, then it didn't happen, and the dog will know better next time when you look at the dog and you say, I dare you, motherfucker. And now you can see right here that Big Diggy, the kid from Iowa, gave him a fat man arm drag takeover, and that didn't work. The fat man rule didn't work. Big Diggy said, look here, motherfucker. You're not doing that shit to me. We're not in grade school. And look at the kid from Iowa. Look how big that kid's arms are. Hulk Hogan's got 24-inch pythons. This kid's got at least 26 or 27. At least. And Big Diggy is well aware of that kid's pythons. And Big Diggy is more than capable and more than willing to rip that kid's arm off and beat him across the fucking gymnasium with that arm. And if that arm doesn't work, guess what? He rips off the other arm and beats his ass with that. And the referee is looking on intently. I don't envy that referee in one bit, because the referee in this situation is tasked with trying to keep control over the violence that's going to go on between these two giant men. And if that little ass referee tries to step between one of these two men, I don't care how good a shape that referee is. Because if these two men really decide to bring the ruckus, then that referee is not going to be able to stop it. And let's just be realistic about this situation right here. If those two boys really get to thumping around and they roll out in the crowd, they're going to kill some of them kids in the front row. Some of them are going to die. We're going to be scraping little bulldog squash silhouettes off the floor in here. And the blood of those little bulldogs is going to be on that referee's hands. Is he going to be able to live with himself, knowing that some guy from Iowa got flipped out in the first 4 rows of the auditorium with a belly-to-back suplex, and then he landed on a couple little kids and squished them down into the floor, and then they had to come in here with a carpet cleaner just to get all the little bulldogs out of the carpet because a 250-pound man got slung with such velocity that it shook the whole building. And how is that referee gonna live with himself knowing that the blood of these young bulldogs is on his hands as something happened in the wrestling action? I should have been talking about that, but I wasn't talking about that. But now that they're not doing anything, I'll start talking about what they're doing. Now we can see Big Diggy is going down into the down position. He's looking around the room and he's telling the kid, go ahead, take the top. I dare you, motherfucker. And now we can see, he's like, I bet you I just stand up. Look at this shit. Watch this, bitch. All right. Oh, no, he didn't just stand up, but he did get slung around, and then he spun around on his opponent and was able to get the back, and the referee stopped the action right when Diggy was rocking and rolling. Diggy says, let's retry that. I bet you I can get that move this time. And now The kid from Iowa is trying to rethink his game plan because he doesn't want Diggy to sling him around again. And Diggy's like, come on, dude, let's get this over with. And the kid from Iowa says, all right, but I'm not going to let you sling me around this time. And now we can see right here, he locked in. But Big Diggy is not going to have it. He's gonna focus his energy. He's going to center his chi, and he's going to spin around on the kid right here and see if he can get him. Let's see what he does right here. The kid's got his leg, the Iowa kid, and he spun around and said, haha, junior reversal points, bitch. And now we can see that they're manhandling each other again. They're trying to reach in because the kid from Iowa knows that reversal points really don't add up to a hill of beans because I think he's behind on the scoreboard and Big Diggy is ahead of the scoreboard. So the Iowa kid, the only way he can win this match is with a pinfall right here. And Big Diggy said, fuck you, land on your face, bitch. And now he landed on his face outside the mat, and all his teammates are clapping, calling the kid from Iowa a jack off. And now we can see the kid from Iowa, and he's looking over at his teammates, and they're saying, hey, you suck, loser. And he says, well, you suck as bad as I did because you lost all the matches too. And now we can see Big Diggy. Oh, he's going to give him the diamond cutter. That's what the hand signal means. I know that. I know that much about wrestling. And now we can see Big Diggy. Oh, he made him think he was going to cut him loose, but then he jumped on him anyway. He psyched him out, and now he pulled the kid down. And now he's shoving him. He's like, I dare you to get up. And the kid from Iowa's like, fuck you. And he's like, ha, you shot in on me, and I grabbed you in a headlock, and I squished your face in the match. Get back up, bitch. And now they're back at it. And Big Diggy is he's locked up with this big fucker from Iowa. And let's see what happens right here. And just so everybody knows, I'd appreciate it if you didn't show the big fucker from Iowa this video with all the shit that I was talking, because last thing that I would need in this world is for that kid to whip my ass. As we see Big Diggy got takedown on the kid, slammed him down on his face. Let's get an instant replay. Look at that. Now you can see right here, Diggy's got his leg. Diggy's driving his momentum to use the momentum to smash that kid in the mat. That kid instantly was compacted. That kid took a slamming that he didn't want to take. He got it slammed on the mat, outside the mat there. And now we can see they're heading back to the center of the circle here. And they're going to finish up what they started. These two men, these two warriors, these two gladiators of the squared circle and the wrestling mat here at the McKendree Wrestling Building in the sound stage at McKendree Studios in McKendree, Illinois. The two men, the kid tried to shoot on Diggy. Diggy said, fuck you, and he sprawled on him, and now he's got the underhooks on the kid. The kid has nowhere to go from here except for down because Diggy is not going to lose the match at this fucking point. And we can see the coach saying, you better not lose this match, Diggy, or else you're going to be cleaning the bathrooms and the locker rooms with your toothbrush, freshman. And now we can see he got 2 points, and everybody's going, 2! And all the Diggy maniacs going nuts out here. They're just like, this can never end for me because I love watching these two giant fuckers beat each other's brains in. But you know what happened? The match did in fact end. And wait, no, the match is not over yet, I don't think. I think they're going back to the center of the circle to do a little bit more wrestling. I miscalculated my time clock over here. I got word in my headset and they fucked me up. And now they're back at it. Here we go, another collar and elbow tie-up. We don't know what they're going to do from here. We know that Big Diggy is ahead in the scoreboards, but we also know that the kid from Iowa is looking for a pin right here. The kid from Iowa needs to set him up. He needs to set up a shot and get a... And if he sets up a shot, then Diggy's going to sprawl on him. So for all you wrestling fans at home that say, I just make this shit up, I know that much. I know that shots and sprawls are legitimate moves in real wrestling. And we can see that the move that Diggy's going for right here is called the standing spinning corkscrew arm dislocator. And if he can land that move, then it's all over for the kid from Iowa. But the kid from Iowa shot in on him, and Diggy sprawled on him. And now Diggy is reaching for that kid's clavicle and see if he can rip the kid's clavicle out of his shoulder muscles. And if he does that, this kid might as well call it a day because he's trying to let me. Oh, and he fucking bulldozed him out of the ring. That was pretty cool. Now let's see what happens here. They're going back to the center of the circle, and oh wait, he reached into his knee pad. Was he going for a foreign object? We don't know. He has something in his hands, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he was just adjusting his knee pad. I'm a bit skeptical in my days. I've become jaded over the years of watching wrestling, and now we can see right here. They're trying to break the hold on one another. They're trying to get a little bit of a breathing space, trying to loosen the other kid's arms up, see if they can twist the kid's neck out. Oh, let's see what he's going for right here. He tried to get a bulldozer on him, and the kid didn't go for it, so he just took his back and said, stay down there, Junior. He's like, I dare you, get up. He's like, fuck you, I'll take a shot from down here. And now, you fans at home might have recognized that was kind of a lazy half-ass shot that he took right there. honestly, I don't blame him because, you know, if I had to wrestle Big Diggy, I would have already been dead by now. And that kid did a good job. I mean, you got to be at least 250 pounds to even stand a chance against that man. So by him being able to last this long into this match is really quite an accomplishment. And now we can see Big Diggy clubbed him in the back of the head. I see his little brother do that to the other kids. I get endless enjoyment out of it. I think it's fucking hilarious. And now we can see that, let's see what he does right here. Let's see if he can drag that kid down and smash his face into the mat one more time for good measure, since we already know how this match is probably going to go based on my commentary. And he slings the kid around and he says, all right, this is it. This is your last chance to do anything. I bet you don't do shit. And he said, the kid from Iowa said, look, dude, you had my back. You know, you had me. You don't have to talk shit. And Big Diggy said, yes, I do. I have to talk shit. And now the kid from Iowa, now the match is over. Now he's taking his headgear off. He's looking for a handshake. Diggy said, you did a good job, brother. Don't bump your shoulder at me like that. I'll fuck you up. And he said, D-Generation X. Yeah, baby. And now there you go. All the Diggy maniacs are going ballistic. And all his teammates are saying, good job, Diggy. Now let's go get some beers.